everyone, it's Saturday night and that means it's late night Football Manager streaming with Hertha Berlin. So let's recap where we left off with the last stream. We are still top of the league. We are 4 points clear of Bayern Munich. We've only lost the one game, that was to Schalke last month, perhaps even the month before in January, which broke our 41 game unbeaten run in the league. It was a sad moment for anyone who was there. It was definitely a sad moment. But we've picked up since then. We have, you can see here is the Schalke loss. We have won all but one match, and that match being against FC Porto in the Champions League round of 16. We are in the quarter final, ladies and gentlemen. We've not had the draw yet, so we don't know who we're up against. But we know there are some big opponents now left in there. We are progressing all beyond where I was expecting us to get this year. I was expecting my Champions League run to come in a couple of years. I was expecting group stages at best in this one, possibly sneaking into the top 16, but instead we made it into the top 8, skipped the playoff round, straight into the round of 16, where actually we kind of struggled against Porto, only in terms of scoreline. I think in terms of the stats, we did pretty well. We dominated both of the legs, away and home, but Marechal really didn't enjoy himself in goal in either of those, conceding 4 goals across the 2 legs. And particularly when we were in Porto, he struggled. I think he ended up with a 6.1 rating or something quite embarrassing like that. So, yeah, hopefully a bit of redemption for him this stream. This stream, however, tonight we have got some games. We've got Bayern Munich at home. We've got probably Dortmund at home, and we're going to have a Champions League quarter-final against someone. We don't know who it is yet. So there's a big team in our future, and it'll be interesting to see how close we get to making it through to the semi-final. I don't expect it at all. Unless we are fortunate enough to draw Celta Vigo, I think there's a good chance that the quarter-final is where our run comes to an end. And I've made peace with that. I'm happy with how far we've got so far. And the fact, again, that we are leading the league with 8 games left to go, well ahead of where I thought we'd be. We finished. Anywho, let's talk Football Manager, shall we? I'm probably the only person who gives a hoot about Ashes or cricket in general, but Ashes cricket in particular. So let's see how we get on against Stuttgart. It's a game that shouldn't hold any fear for us, but we did lose one game this season. I mean, it's not beyond possible that we could lose a second. Although my miniature little man there, Jean Margraf, has got his 7th goal of the season. I wonder how many. I think it's only two for us, maybe. He scored one on his debut in the German Cup. I feel like he might have scored others. But either way, however many he scored, he's got the first one here tonight. Although I am intensely nervous about this finish to the season. Our title challenge with Rangers, where we led. Okay, we didn't lead as much as we have with Hertha. I will say that, and we've conceded an equaliser almost immediately. Onyegbule just strolled through our defence there. Oliveira, he's big, but he's not mobile enough, is he, to be able to keep up with the defender, with a striker like that. Turning circle of a tank kind of thing there. But yeah, to go back to our Rangers title challenge, so in our second season with Rangers, we genuinely had a shot at the title. We're kind of to and fro with Celtic throughout the league season, but in head-to-head with Celtic, we won every game, or we won 3 out of 4. The 4th being right towards the end of the season and us losing, and that's when Celtic took over top spot and they never looked back. We bottled it with like 4 or 5 games to go, and that hurt. That really hurt, that one. So I'm understandably nervous about our chances this time around. However, Stuttgart are trying to make it easy for us. They just hand the ball to Burkholt and tell him to cross it to Cho. That was very generous. How's your Saturday been? It's been a nice chilled one. It's been very rainy. I love to cool down. Yeah, it's been quite a chilly week this week as well. Over here, not quite as much rain, and I can't. Oh, we've just conceded again. We're getting stupid here, right? We're going to berate them. We're going attacking. I don't like this. Certain parts of the HUD and things like that. So actually, you can do it hardcore mode, and that's the best option. Just give people the opportunity to change it. If they don't like it, they can turn it off. If they do, they can keep it on. Simples. And Stuttgart giving us a goal again. Lovely stuff. Right. We'll go back to positive, and we are going to time waste right from here. Okay, it is time to find out who we are playing in a quarter final. And there will be the semi final draw as well. So, of all of these teams, we don't want any of them. We don't want to play any of these teams. Um, well, let's just see how it goes, shall we? There's Barcelona versus Arsenal. That's an interesting one. Okay, here we go. It is Hertha versus Bayern Munich. Wow, of all the teams that were still there, you had to give us Bayern Munich. Right, we don't care about the rest of you guys. Here we go. Barcelona. Well, Barcelona or Arsenal. Or there we go. That's who we've got waiting in the semis. If we manage to make it past Bayern Munich, we've got Barcelona or Arsenal. I would have liked to face someone other than Bayern Munich just because the number of times we played them. And I just saw the Dortmund game has been rescheduled. And look at this. We are playing Bayern Munich 4 times in 6 games. That's some ridiculous scheduling right there. Let's go and beat Bayern Munich, shall we? A win here. I'm not going to say it guarantees us the league, but it puts us pretty close. We were going to encourage the team, but we might wait just a second. And undeservedly, but not unexpectedly, Bayern Munich have taken the lead. It's what a football manager does to you. The 100 sit-ups and press-ups as well today. My body arms are hurting a bit now. Yeah, it sounds exhausting. That sounds far too much like work to me. But it's the sort of thing you need to do, isn't it? And Cho has the equaliser. That wasn't offside, ref. Yeah, that's the work you got to put in to get far in professional football, mate. So well done to you. And even those players who are insanely naturally talented, if they don't work, they generally don't get to the top level, do they? And Cohane's done well here. Can he get it across to someone? Instead, he goes back to try and beat his player again and hopefully has won us a penalty here. You got some new emotes, or did you already have them without me noticing? I think we added these last week before. I know it was earlier in this week, so I think it was before Tuesday or Thursday stream. That was just me playing around. I had a few extra emote slots, so I thought it was just time to throw them in there. So is it still acceptable in Italy to drink other coffees in the afternoon? So as I understand it, cappuccino is a morning only thing. It's a sweet breakfast drink, but in the afternoon you don't drink cappuccino, but other coffees are acceptable. And Cho is through again. Can he make it 4? He can. My goodness. And loaded Ducky join us again from the dead. Hark, said the angels. Ducky is risen. How you doing, Duck? Okay. FC Cone. Come and get it. FC Köln are fourth. I did not pay enough attention to that. Well, that's disappointing, but the good news is we've not really we've not really taken ourselves into trouble. There's still 5 points clear of Bayern, 5 games left to go. And then Keeley doing some sterling work at the back for us. Show Margraf door. Margraf, that's beautiful. Beautiful. There's some cover double with eBay and PayPal. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but eBay still got some questionable sellers. Although I do think eBay do quite well at weeding them out. Not perfect, but what is? And that's pathetic defending. You were second best to everything there. That is pathetic. I mean, I thought that was onside, so I'm quite glad to see that flag go up, but it's close. Ooh, well, warning, guys. Take that as a warning. Don't let it happen again. And Oliveira. Has that crossed the line? I don't approve of the chat rule. Don't be a muppet. I had plans to be Kermit the Frog tonight. Yeah, I think I can give you an exception there, did you, boy? Today, I've actually had a chance to sit down, play some games, bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Which, yes, I know I'm 2 years old too, but I don't do games particularly new, and we've got to do better than that defending a corner. There is nothing impressive in the editing, though. It is just literally cut down to pretty much all of the goals that are scored through a stream. And it's 3-2, and what we were looking so comfortable, and we've gone from comfortable to clinging on now. Westing disallowed. Well, we've got lucky again. A few shots of whiskey turns into a whole bottle of Jameson and a few cans regularly. So interesting, we were talking about English drinking culture and how it's quite stereotypical, but I don't think we don't touch the Irish at all. And the match stats would suggest it's been closer than it has, but the highlights that we've seen have very much been in our favour. But he led to a very good January transfer window. We made 11 signings, and well, we ended up having the second best second half of the season in League Two. No, unfortunately not. As an Irishman, I've got to respect Scott Brown. Why? What's he done? Or is this just a general statement of respect for Scott Brown? He was a combative player, wasn't he? So yeah, you're always welcome to swing by if you just want to chat and see someone play Football Manager 2 an amateur level. Fixate on some things, and in other things, just gone. The attacking variety is so fluid that it's just impossible to stop at times. Oh, we don't want to lose a game to Wolfsburg here. That brings Bayern Munich back into it. Right, we're going to break the team, and it's probably time for changes. I've been told or I've heard, not been told directly by Liverpool fans, that was only Jurgen Klopp who ever did that. That's a terrible result. And if Margraf has stayed on side, which I'm not convinced he did, but if he has, that's 1-1. And VAR says goal. Okay, we're back in this. There's no challenge, is there? There's just no challenge for you at the moment. And we could have done without extra time. We've got our next league game in 2 days, sorry. But I know it takes a long time. And we've conceded just 5 minutes of extra time to go. Right. What have we got? What can we do? And look at our XG, 2.8. We've been done again. We've been football managed again. We get to start to play for England within a couple of seasons, no matter what league you're in. It's a bit silly. If we've not scored in the next 10 minutes, we're going to have to go attacking, I think. We're looking at a playoff place in the Champions League, came top 8 in the Conference League, but that's a different ball game. Yeah, it is. It's a massively different ball game. Last season, we had Hertha in the Conference League, and we smashed that. I was expecting the Champions League to be a very different animal entirely. And we did make it into the round of 16 from the group stage. We finished 8th, slipped in there last game of the group stage. Even the name itself, Billericay, very Essex. Next 6 Champions League games: Rennes, Man City, Sociedad, Dinamo Zagreb, Napoli, and PSG. I mean, there's 2 massive games in there. I'm telling you, you've got ADHD if you're doing that. I think so, mate. Honestly. 4 went down and 2 went up from the Championship or Division 1 as it was then. I'm with Chops. I think that was billing. It was this season, wasn't it, against Arsenal? It was against Arsenal, wasn't it? Shane Long. Well done, Digiboy. And we're already 1 down to Arsenal. Talking of really quick goals. 16 seconds. Ouch. Get it away. A 1-goal lead. I felt like we could turn around a 2-goal lead. I'm not convinced. It wasn't the first time it happened. Back in Fenwar. Okay, interesting choice. Please be a goal. And we could do this being a nice, easy match. There we go. Good start. Your quarter-final draw, that's when it all starts to turn more difficult. And Diamande, another goal. He's not played much of late, Diamande. He was an absolute legend last season. Helped us turn it around. But I've just got so much strength now. And that looks like a legitimate goal. Let it happen, ref. Just let it happen. Don't get involved. It's a goal. And there we go. Job done here. You see, one of these where you have to have the Serbian leagues loaded for them to even sharpen the game. If we've gone down to 10 men. Well, I think that just about does it for any hopes we had of getting into a Champions League final. Come on, lads. Let's not end this now. We can do this. Yeah, there's always a lot of pressure when your home leg comes first. Come on, Cho. Oh, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. He was onside. Let him have it. Come on. Peas and rice, a son of God, has followed. Oh, Margraf with a great chance there. He's offside anyway. Most obscure team I've watched play live. 2-2. Oh. Well, you're having one of those. I reckon it'll go in your favour, though. Just a feeling. Carney. And we've taken the lead in the game that we need to win if we are going to win the league title with a game to spare. Lovely. And now you've got a pen. This ref's busy. 2-0. We're winning the league tonight. Come on. 2 up in 27 minutes. That's great, Digi. Off the bar. You're definitely getting the dramatic finish. What system are you using, Digi? 10 minutes left. Come on. We've got no drama here whatsoever. We are pissing this. We've won the league. Cracked my phone camera last night, but I'll list out my formation. Okay. And can we just appreciate the beauty of this? This is Adwin84's first top flight title in this save with Hertha Berlin, who, I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful team. Go on, you lift that trophy. You enjoy this moment, boys. Look at that. Fireworks, ticker tape, everything. Come on. I remember saying before they'd released the design for the third kit that I wanted something that had a bit of a 90s feel for the third. Just something different. Yeah, something a bit weird, a bit wonderful. And they pulled that out of the bag. Thankfully, for at least one more season, I don't need to look that far down the English leagues to see Gillingham. And once you get into the FA Cup proper, you either want the biggest teams available, the likes of Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday, etc., or you want one you can win. There you go. That's the goal. That's the one that guarantees it. Similarly, that guarantees our win here tonight. That just tops off our season nicely. That's right. This is why that goal is so important. You built the buffer. Right, well, thank you very much, everyone. It's been a genuine pleasure. Thank you so much for the new followers. Chops, Digiboy, and Swindon on top. And yes, I'm saying that just because you're making me scraps. And massive thanks to Chops for both the sub and the donation. And the gifted sub. Just incredible, mate. Didn't need to do that, but I really, really appreciate it. We're now going to go and jump over and raid Damo23, who's streaming Football Manager. And hopefully I'll see you all on Tuesday night. Take care, guys.